Let's go over the 12 most common business models. If you don't know roughly what a business model is, we can synthesize it as being the way your business becomes viable and generates wealth for society. So let's start with the manufacturer business model. Some of the giants of the industry are a manufacturer brand. Take Ford, Nestle, Coca-Cola, and Apple as an example. And if my accent sounds Brazilian, that's because I'm Brazilian, so it's okay. Manufacturers take raw materials and transform it into goods, therefore generating value with finished products. Maybe your business does the same thing as well. So cheers for you to embrace the endeavor of facilitating and beautifying our lives. And we can let pass the fact that agriculture, farming, and mining are a source of raw materials that producers can dispose of for producing finishing goods. And perhaps you work in the commodities market, and let's face it, we wouldn't all be standing here if it wasn't for you. So thank you very much for supplying our homes and industries. Now let's talk about the other two models that work perfectly well with the manufacturer model, the distributor and retailer business model. If you're wondering how can a product get to more people in the world in the least amount of time, you are considering a distribution business model that buys in bulk and sells at higher prices to wholesalers and retailers. Yes, distribution is the link between the manufacturer and a complete chain that reaches many customers. And when it comes to a retail business model, it's mostly local based, offering goods at a higher price in a direct-to-consumer approach. Now you might wonder what kind of business model your accountant has, your real estate agent. In that format, the common business model is the fee for service, where the professionals charge a set fee for a specific service, and it works charging per hour through a monthly retainer or commission, which can also happen in a product as a service business model, where customers can use physical products like a bicycle if they subscribe or pay a fee per use or per mile. In this model, the product selection is mainly done by the company. And perhaps, just perhaps, the product as a service rings a bell because you might recall of another business model called leasing. In the leasing model, a company buys a product from a seller and then allows another company to use that product they purchased for a recurring fee. This happens a lot when a company needs some specific machinery but can't afford it. So in this model, the agreements are usually for the long term and they might involve a purchase clause, what means that the client after some time can buy the piece of equipment with exclusivity. Another familiar business model you encounter on a day-to-day basis is the subscription model and freemium model. Do you Netflix much? I know you do. So Netflix runs on a subscription video on demand model where you pay a monthly plan and are given access to a vast library of media anytime, anywhere. You gotta love that. But contrary to Netflix, on Spotify, you can access the platform for free, and that's why it's called a freemium. And if you want, you can subscribe to have advanced features. As you can see, the subscription and freemium models are notorious when it comes to the software industry. We still have 4 more models for you to take a pick, so don't go anywhere. Let's go over the bundling model then. A bundling model focuses on packaging together complementary goods and/or services into a single offering. That's what happens, for example, in the fast food chains and class-based fitness centers. That way, the business ends up charging less per product or class, but at the end, winning in quantity sold and increasing customer retention fidelity. Next, razor blade model. Famous because of razor blades, of course, where the accessory, the blades, cost more than the razors themselves. So at first you buy it really cheap, but if you want to continue to use the product, you're gonna need to buy some higher price accessory for sure. We are coming to the end of this video with two more business models, the advertising or affiliate business model and the franchise business model. The affiliate business model works in a simple way. The business sells another product from another company and receives a commission for it. For that to happen, that business has to have an audience to serve, and the business itself is not going to be responsible for delivering the service or good for his audience. And at least we have a franchise model where the franchisee purchases the processes, all the things that makes you call a business, and then reproduces it and earns some money on that. Domino's and Anytime Fitness are examples of a franchise business model. Let's recall the 12 most common business models we've seen in this video: the manufacturer, distributor, retailer, fee-for-service, product as a service, leasing, subscription, freemium, bundling, razor blades, affiliate marketing, and franchise. Woof! You can have a mixture of familiar business models and you will actually realize that most businesses have a bit of two, maybe three or even more of these interfaces. So go out there and explore, experiment after doing your competitive analysis and checking what business models your competitors are embracing. And please, if you have a business model that is working for you, share with us in the comments. We would love to hear that.
Wait, before you leave, you might like to check this other video right here.